launched out Friday, it could be third time's the charm for Formula 1 as it sets its sights on the Eiffel Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. After 7 years away from the Grand Prix calendar, Formula 1 returns to one of the most thrilling and challenging tracks. Welcome to the Nurburgring in Germany for the Eiffel Grand Prix. There are only 7 races left on this year's Grand Prix calendar. This weekend's Eiffel, 2 weeks' time in Portugal, and then the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix following straight after, then Turkey on the 15th, and then the Bahrain Grand Prix on the 29th of November, the Shakir on the 6th, and Abu Dhabi rounding off on the 13th of December. Hamilton leads the title in first place with 205 points, followed by Bottas at 161, then Verstappen at 128, then Norris 65, Albon 64, Ricciardo 63, Leclerc 57. Also sharing that place, Stroll at 57, then followed by Perez at 56, and then Gasly at 45. Then we have Sainz at 41, Ocon at 36, Vettel at 17, which is shocking. Kvyat at 14, Hulkenberg at 6, Raikkonen 2, Giovinazzi 2, Magnussen 1, and then with no points on the board we have Latifi, Russell and Grosjean. In the Constructors' Championship we have Mercedes in first place with 366 points, then followed by Red Bull with 192 points, then McLaren in 106 points, Racing Point at 104, Renault at 99, Ferrari at 74, which was really shocking for them, AlphaTauri at 59, Alfa Romeo at 4, Haas at 1 and Williams with no points. It's the first practice session for Eiffel Grand Prix. Welcome to the watch-along coverage here on YouTube. Let's take a look around the track now with Joshua on Assetto Corsa.
Let's take a look around the Nurburgring in Germany, a clockwise circuit, 5.148 kilometres long. It is a hard and abrasive circuit. Coming into the Rtl Curve, the last corner on the track, good to get an important exit as you fly mid-part through the track, down the start-finish straight, open up the DRS and hurtle across this control line before the start line of the pit lane exit. Heavy braking zone for turn 1, all the way down from 8th gear to 1st gear, a tight right-hander as you come into the Castrol section, used to be of course the Mercedes arena. Turns 2 and 3 want to spit you out wide. Understeer, a massive problem at this part of the track, but it sort of all tightens up nicely as you come into turn 4 and rejoin the original revamped circuit. You can see how tight the track gets and narrow as you head, hopefully flat out, all the way down into turn 5 and 6. Banked part of the track, good traction as you come flying through the Ford curve. Downhill now, maximum of 8th gear, flat out into the braking zone for turn 7 of the Dunlop curve. Michael Schumacher and Juan Pablo Montoya had a moment here, and that's why there's an extra runoff in the part of the track where Schumacher went off. Uphill now towards turn 8 and 9 when Hamilton crashed in 2007 in qualifying. Luckily he was okay to take part in that crazy race. Flying downhill now to the Rtl Curve at turn 10. Back part of the track once again, filters downhill immediately into the bit curve before opening up for the second DRS detection point on this lap, past the old Nordschleife on the left and fly uphill towards the Michael Schumacher S's chicane, which he helped design after passing Alesi for the victory in 1995. Hard on the brake, first gear corner, important to get a good exit, rising up once again to the Coca-Cola curve. The car immediately wants to spit you out wide, control it, back on now to the actual track and across the start line. The Nürburgring is a demanding circuit, not just the Nordschleife, but the track that was recreated in 1984 always provides interesting and great races.
Right, I'm going to make my way over to the commentary box, but already standing by is Joshua Burch.
Thank you, Megan. Well, you can make your way up to the commentary box now. We're all standing by and ready for, fingers crossed, what is going to be a very eventful hour of practice. Both of the sessions cancelled yesterday means that the teams and the drivers only get 1 hour to decide their running orders for both qualifying and the race tomorrow. For 13 of these drivers, they have never raced on this circuit before. 7 of them have. Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel are previous winners at this circuit. But as we look above, we are greeted with the sunshine, blue skies, but track temperature down at just 11 degrees. This is really going to separate them all. Who's the great drivers and who are the bad drivers? This is going to separate, and this is going to be quite a thrilling hour. Around the Nurburgring, 3.198 miles long, 3 sectors, of course. A total of 200 miles an hour top speed, the average speed about 129, 15 turns, a lap record of 129.144. We've got our fastest cars here ever in Formula 1, so we should be seeing that time beaten today. Action zones, turn 1, Hamilton versus Webber. In 2011, for what turned out to be the race-winning move, the Rtl Curve at turn 7, Montoya versus Schumacher. Michael, that is, spinning round, ending up in the gravel trap, having to get a push. And Buemi versus Heidfeld. Heidfeld doing a David Coulthard and flying off at the Schumacher-esque chicane at the top of the circuit before the old Nordschleife rolls around the villages here. It's damp, but it's dry at the moment, so we should be seeing the soft compound tyres, the medium and the hard, the C4, the C3 and the C2, soft to hard in that order at the moment. They're the middle range compounds coming into this weekend. But as we now switch our attention to watch-along commentary, thank you very much for joining us for what is going to be an hour-long session. Megan Burch will make her way into the commentary box in just a few moments' time. It's quite a walk from our presentation area over to the commentary box, so she'll be slightly delayed, but no problems there. She's done a brilliant job hosting this weekend. So get in touch with us. We are on the YouTube chat. We have it open on one of our 7 monitors up here in the commentary box as well. Get in touch with us. Let us know where you're watching from, what you think is going to happen today, and also get in touch on Twitter using the @JoshuaBurch99. A new landing zone is 3 kilometres from the circuit now for the 2 medical helicopters to be allowed to use. This is the new one. New landing zone is 3 kilometres from the circuit, allowing the ambulance and helicopter to meet below any potential low cloud/fog. The helicopter can now transfer a patient to the hospital in the required time. That time, stated by the rules and regulations for neurological injury, is 20 minutes to get that crucial hour of treatment. So 20 minutes to get from the circuit to the nearest hospital has to be done. And they've found a way brilliantly, Michael Masi and the rest of the stewards, to do so, which I think we're going to see quite an interesting session moving up. So I'm going to have to move a little bit forward here to get a bit closer. Hello from Argentina. For Gregor, hello, welcome. Hope you're enjoying it. I think it's just is it the morning in Argentina? I have my watch on me, but let's have a quick look. Yes, I think it is the morning. It's just coming up in the morning, so good morning. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. As we see here, the drivers are arriving in from the track. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, all staying on circuit as well at the hotel located at the last corner, which, unless I'm very much mistaken, is the ident for this practice session. You can see the hotel on the thumbnail. I might be a bit wrong with that. Might be the qualifying session later on. Esteban Ocon, thumbs up. No rain in the air as well. There's no fog. We can all go running as the hour-long session is about to start. Ted Kravitz is just watching on the Sky Sports F1 stream at the moment. He's looking above the pit lane. Finally, though, it looks like we're going to get some cars out on the track. Come on, we wanted cars. We've needed cars going everywhere. Lewis Hamilton going out on the medium compound tyre straight away, though, so that's a great sign. I must just admit, Megan Burch is joining us from the commentary box in just from the presentation area to the commentary box in just a few minutes' time. So she's going to be delayed ever so slightly. But it's looking quite good at the moment, as I must just have a break before the session starts in 10 seconds' time. And we're getting up to the start of the session. And the green light is on. The lights are on. The cars are heading out onto the track. Hello, everyone watching on YouTube and listening in to our radio coverage as well. We are green. And for the first time since 2013, we have Formula One cars venturing out onto the track. And it is a glorious sight to see. 2 weeks off and an extra day of rest as well, as all the teams and drivers had to wait to head out onto the track. The Nurburgring is tight. It's twisty. It's also very dusty. And Lewis Hamilton, quite ironically, pulling up at the practice start, the new grid slot that is in the pit lane to make sure that all the teams and drivers know, Lewis Hamilton, where the correct zone is to do a practice start. The track is still drying out. Lewis Hamilton locking up, coming in down in towards turn 1. Straight away there, the Mercedes-Benz S is before the stadium. So everyone now just getting ready. Lewis Hamilton has 8 penalty points on his super license. If he receives 4 more, 7 points before the Bahrain Grand Prix, he will take a 1-race ban. So this is going to be interesting, isn't it? How many is he going to get? Because he hasn't really had much either going forward. Hello, Gregor. Espana. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Apologies if I'm not. The graphic's quite far away. Usually Megan deals with the comments. I hope Carlos Sainz has a great quality. It will be nice to see him in the podium tomorrow. Completely agree. This is a circuit which in his previous Formula 3 career where he raced in Italy, he did quite well in the Euro formulas. So hopefully he can do quite well here in Formula 1. Beautiful to see cars out on the Nurburgring once again. It's been a long, long time, as I keep saying. But yes, come on. Give us some nice cars. They're just rounding turn 3 and 4. Valtteri Bottas heading out to the track as well. 2 on medium compound tyre. The majority of the field heading out the mediums. The hard compounds for Esteban Ocon. Soft tyres as well for, I think, Sergio Perez heading out as we look on our monitor. But this is all looking good so far. As the session is about to go green, and it is also, green, as in we're running with times. There's sparks flying up before turn number 1 as well. As Kimi Raikkonen comes into the braking spot, nearly takes out Valtteri Bottas as well for good measure. Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas, the two Finns on the grid, nearly coming together. I'm surprised they were able to find each other. Raikkonen, though, at the moment, we talked about it yesterday in our delayed coverage of free practice, seems to be having another year on the boards for Alfa Romeo. He signed a contract for 2021. However, Kimi's playing it down. But this weekend, he becomes a record holder, making his 323rd start in Formula 1 a brand new record, beating Rubens Barrichello's 322 Grand Prix starts. 57 minutes of the session to go. We have got green on the track, and Megan Burch is, I'm being told in my ears, almost ready to come over because she has to take off all of her ears that she had in for the presentation. She has to unhook all of her microphone gear as well, and also get into the commentary box and get everything she needs to move over from one to the other. Although I hope she didn't need this, as I've already got one. The running order for today's practice session, which has got her scripts on, which says here, Megan joins late. So I have to talk for around about 20, 30 minutes, hopefully. Not, and she gets in here. Romain Grosjean sets the first time on the board. A 1:38.594. That's going to come down dramatically as Carlos Sainz immediately improves. A 1:38.311. So times coming down and improving here. Hopefully you're liking the new commentary box angle as well that we debuted yesterday, but this time it gives us more of a presentation feel. You see this quite a lot on the Friday and Saturday practice reviews, the standing in front of the flags in the commentary box area, but we've organised a new camera just above where the television is in the commentary box, so where we look, we now meet your gaze at the top of the screen as well. But we've got timing monitors, we've got the control deck for all the shows going out, laptop, iPad, driver tracker and another monitor all in here, and we're all ready to go. Track limits is an important feature. Turn 4 to begin with. Any driver leaving the track with all 4 wheels over the white line at the exit of turn 4 will have that lap time deleted. And with just 1 hour of practice now, it is going to be quite interesting to see when we get to qualifying in just over 2.5 hours time exactly where the drivers are going to have to find the limit and push for the limit as well. That new, I don't want to say new chicane, but the exit of the chicane as well for turns 13 and 14 for the track limits. A lap time achieved during any practice session or the race by leaving the track and failing to negotiate turn 13 and 14 will result in that lap time being eradicated by the stewards, as has just happened. And I don't think Esteban Ocon knows which part of the track to go through, as he's just completely missed the original chicane. He's gone through the new chicane, so he's gone through the old double apex chicane that's a bit further up at the last corner. And I don't think he knows where the braking zone is, but Esteban Ocon has just had that lap time deleted. As we're on board now with Max Verstappen coming up to the top of the hill at turn 10 before the kink at turn 11. All going well so far, actually. It's looking quite good. And hopefully as well, you can now hear us a little more clearer. I've just been informed over our ears that you couldn't, but hopefully you now can. That was on our radio coverage. Hopefully you're a lot better now. But everybody watching so far, let us know where you're watching from. We've got people watching from Argentina. Thank you very much for joining us. I know we're quite popular over there, actually, in Argentina. We can see on the analytics that we get after each stream as well. We know we're popular also in the Netherlands, as this is going to delight you, because Max Verstappen has just gone fastest to 1:30.576. Immediately obliterating the lap record of Michael Schumacher, which was a 1:32. But as I look at my records now, a 1:29.468, the qualifying time, that is what we've got to beat. And I tell you what, if that was Verstappen's first run, without getting his eye in, we could be seeing 1:27s. I'm just saying. It's usually about 3 seconds a gap between them. So we could be seeing times heating up throughout this session. We do have new graphics as well. If the red flag comes out in the top corner, you will see the red flag. If there's a safety car, you will see a safety car logo at the top of your screen as well. So if you join the coverage at any point and want to know what's going on and why we're not talking as much, look up here. You'll see a red flag or a safety car or a virtual safety car signal, which will give you exactly what you need to know going forward. And that's for the qualifying later on and for the race as well. I suppose it should be for today, actually, as well. Megan Burch is moments away, so I must admit, round of applause, I think, for Megan. She's hosted all practice sessions this weekend while me and Dad have been in the commentary box for them, but she's done a great job hosting as well, taking a little bit of pressure off me for our first fully live weekend, because usually what happens with the live streams, we just click the button and go straight from the commentary box. But we've got a new software for this weekend as well. That meant that we had to have a introduction and outro, which is impossible to do when two people are already in the commentary box ready to go live. So Megan's gracefully stepped in, although you will see the outro live, unfortunately, because we can't do anything different. Max Verstappen just on the radio being asked what he thinks of one or two consecutive laps. He's saying that the car's quite hard to drive and the brakes don't seem to be working as much. So Verstappen's done 5 laps, but it doesn't seem like he actually likes being out there for that long. Esteban Ocon has had his lap time deleted. I don't think Esteban knows he's going through the wrong part of the track, because according to my monitor, he's done it several times. Albon is top, a 1:30.177, and Max Verstappen down to turn 1 is already having a go with one of the Alfa Tauris. Oh, Max Verstappen saying he's overtaken one of the Red Bulls as well. Sorry, he's overtaken one of the Alfa Romeos already because he bleeped up his lap. Joining me in the commentary box now is Megan Burch. She's made her way over. From the presentation area. She'll just get her microphone sorted and everything. But hello, Megan. How are you?
Fine, it's really windy out there.
It is really windy out there, isn't it? There's your chair. Just like to sit further back than normal, and I'll stand up in the commentary. You just look like a severed head at the moment. That's why I thought you were going to stand up with me in the commentary box today. No, you're standing for qualifying, though, but you can sit down for an hour. How have you been, though? Well done, by the way, presenting all of this weekend's practice sessions. You've done amazing. Yes. Was it that bad?
Yes. I don't know how you do it every week.
It's not that bad. It's quite easy. I mean, you raced the voiceovers and you raced today. You've got to do an outro live, though, later, here in the box. You looking forward to that one? No? Yes? Maybe? A little bit?
No.
Well, as always, Megan for you. But we're now live here in the commentary box as well. We'll just get our remaining streams up as well. Reminder, please do get in touch with us. We have the YouTube chat open directly in front of us here in the commentary box. We have got everything ready as well. Megan's also enjoying our new stream setup that she can see.
Yeah, I just keep looking at it and I'm just like, it's moving different times.
No, it's moving the same time. Look, that's our world feed production over there.
Yeah, but what I'm actually doing, and then
it's because what you're seeing on that monitor isn't flipped round like you would do, I'd say, on a FaceTime call. That's the cameras up there. So
it's like I've already done that.
Yeah, you've already done that. Yeah, slightly. You'll get used to it. But we are live now permanently. So hope you enjoy it going forward in the races that you are doing. We're live all weekend, though, here, and this is your first time in the box. Can I just say also, Megan, you got off lucky yesterday. You only had to host the practice sessions. Me and Dad in the box had to fill about an hour and a half each session, so 3 hours in total, with nothing. Nothing at all to talk about.
That's because I wasn't here.
No,
I'm
you
sure I would have
pre-recorded.
got roped in.
Yes, you were watching from
wasn't.
elsewhere. You would have got roped
Yeah.
in if you were here. You would have so been sitting where you are now, talking for the
I've just been
remainder.
doing this.
Yeah. Is it cold? Are you cold?
Yes.
It is freezing, actually. Hopefully you'll warm up, actually, when we get going. We have times on the board, though. Verstappen at 1:28.866. Albon is second fastest. Ocon third. Perez fourth. Norris is P5. For those of you who want to know, Carlos Sainz running P6 at the moment. Ricciardo jumps up to second at 1:31.45. But, Megan, we're back at the Nurburgring, although you call it the Nurburgring. You can't get it right,
Yeah,
can you?
I just can't seem to get it right. I told that to my teacher earlier on. Just like, I keep saying Nuremberg instead of Nurburgring.
You keep doing it wrong there. Nurburgring.
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 Yay! She did it. That's the first time she's done it this year. Well done. Lance Stroll isn't heading out onto the track at the moment, which is unusual because such a limited track time is if he's got a problem, the team should have noticed it yesterday. So I wonder if Stroll's actually can get any running in before qualifying. That's quite reminiscent of the Hispania Racing Team's 2010 debut. Ocon finally learns the right track and does a 1:29.484 to go second.
I'm surprised at how far back in the field the Mercedes are.
Yeah, well, Mercedes haven't. Where are they? They're 8th and 10th at the moment.
I'm
but they
not
haven't-
surprised at the Ferrari, for the Mercedes.
Well, yeah, well, the Racing Point's just gone up there as well. Into second place with Sergio Perez. Pierre Gasly, meanwhile, at the exit of turn 4, all 4 wheels off the track. That's not allowed by the stewards, so he will have a lap time deleted as well going forward. So we have your production order here for you, Megan.
Oh, lovely.
And you've got the outro link blank, so fill it in with whatever you want towards the end of the session, if you have a pen. I don't think you do, though.
No.
Oh, well, just
But I'll just wing it. That's what I
Wing it on the
usually do
spot.
with anything.
All right, wing it on the spot. Wing it on the spot.
It'll probably just be something really simple.
Yeah, I've got to press the button though, so I've got to duck down and get out of the way and press the right button. Otherwise, we'll be in a bit of a oopsie daisies at the moment. But hopefully, you're enjoying our coverage here, as we're just having to correct one thing. So I'm still here, still talking. But Megan, Sergio Perez. A lot of rumours that he will. We know he's not racing point next year, but there's a lot of rumours about Haas. He could be alongside Haas, replacing Romain Grosjean. What do you think?
Maybe?
Is that a possibility, do you think?
Yeah. I'm also really surprised. Hold on, I'm just like going off topic. I'm really surprised at Latifi right now because he's actually doing well.
Where is Latifi? 15th. Yeah. What is his
Doing well
time?
for him.
Time for Latifi at 1:33.899. So he's looking quite good already.
He's not that far off Leclerc.
No, he isn't actually, is he? Leclerc, he's not far off Leclerc at all. I keep blowing the flags behind the commentary box. It is chilly though, but although it's warming up slightly in the commentary box. Track temperature, so air temperature 8 degrees. Track temperature, I think, is only at 10 degrees. We've got lap times deleted left, right, and centre. Carlos Sainz becomes the next victim of that as well. And it looks like, Megan, that we're not going to see Lance Stroll out anytime soon because there is zero work going on in that car. And it's already been confirmed Lance Stroll will not take part in the third practice session. So he is really compromised. He's never raced at this circuit in a Formula 1 car. He had no practice yesterday, no practice day. He's going into qualifying blind. So watch out for him. Q1 elimination?
Maybe. And I'm sorry I'm just laughing because I just thought of something from a TV show about floating heads. I'm sure you know it.
Floating? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I look like a floating head.
You do look like a floating head.
I just can't stop laughing.
It's all right for you. At least you didn't go on to wear Le Mans with a green T-shirt with green screens and get
that's
very
hilarious.
lucky.
We're wearing green again.
Yeah, but there's no green screen at this moment. But so we got very, very lucky at Le Mans not to have a affected green screen.
That's because it's kind of tinted blue.
Yeah, it should be okay. Although it's green, it's kind of blue. That's why I'm wearing the blue jacket as well, just in case. Leclerc goes to 9th place, so he gets out of Latifi's way. 1:32.253. What's Lewis Hamilton done down the start-finish straight? Into turn 1, the heavy braking spot on the track. Is he locked up and gone straight on? Yeah, look, he's locked the inside front, goes straight on the track as well, and that was getting caught in the toe there, Sergio Perez. But I think that was Lewis just outbreaking himself, if we're being honest about it. It didn't look like anything Sergio did wrong. Bottas goes to P7 at the moment as well, looking quite quick going forward.
I don't know why, though. Whenever I have to be either it's like doing something, I always either start to cough or sneeze.
I'm doing the same thing. It's the commentary box because it was so warm inside.
Yeah, but I also do it in tests. I don't know why.
Well, that's just psychological, like hysterical sneezing or something like that. But it's only because my nose is only due because we're in the commentary box and it's warm, but it's cold outside. So we've gone from warm.
It's like your
to
body's
cold
just like,
to,
what are we meant to be right now?
Yeah, we've gone from warm to freezing cold outside to
warm.
I don't want to say warm. It's sort of it's room temperature. Yeah, in the commentary box.
Really cold.
Because the heating's been on where we've been, and it's not nice, is it? Although tracked, as I said, it's only 5.3 degree wind. It looks okay today, though, Megan. But the fog that stopped yesterday's running could actually return tomorrow for the race, which starts at 1:10 UK time here on YouTube as well, all live all weekend with our watch-long coverage. As Lewis Hamilton locks up into turn 13, goes over the rumble strips at 14, and that's not the way to take the corner. That chicane always bugs me a little bit. I know Michael Schumacher designed it, but there was nothing wrong with the original, if you ask me. That was a wonderful overtaking opportunity.
They should really just cut it short.
Yeah.
Because then so many drivers won't get a penalty for it.
I completely agree with you. Also, this is with the commentary box camera. This isn't like a usual presentation of what we usually do. This is just commentating on the session. You can see what we're doing. So if I have a drink, have a drink. If you have a cough, you meet the microphone. It's
like I just did.
Yeah, it's a bit like what Rtl Le Mans do at the 24-hour race. It's the commentary box, and we talk, and you see whatever happens.
You'll see me doing this a lot because my nose gets really cold.
Yeah, it's a watch-along coverage. So hopefully you enjoy it, and we give you some facts. You watch the session, and you listen to us on a different monitor as well. Although I'm looking at 4 of us at the moment because we've got a different graphic open on the monitor in case we have to trigger the virtual safety car or the red flag button. We've got that ready at the moment as well. New graphics as well, as I said earlier on. If the virtual safety car comes out during this practice session or the red flag, look up here. You will see what is going on with the red flag or the virtual safety car. And I think that's a great idea to add to the coverage as well with our new broadcasting software. I must also plug it as well. We've got a yellow flag on the track. It looks like we might get our first one of having to use it as Leclerc goes P9 and a yellow in the third sector, and it's staying out. And who's off in third? It's Sebastian Vettel spinning round towards the exit of turn 15. Spins it back around again.
Get
Come
out
on,
of the
Seb.
middle of the track.
Seb does a U-turn and makes a mark on the track, quite like a horseshoe, and he's gone off the track. But Martin Brundle is down at turn 13 and 14. He just saw what happened there. As Vettel's coming under pressure now from Valtteri Bottas, and this might be the only time this year you see a Ferrari in front of a Mercedes at the moment. Previous race result, he was 14th and 13th as well overall. Obviously you can't hear that on the YouTube chat, but me and Megan could hear it in our ears. And we were hoping to hear from Sebastian Vettel, but Martin Brundle's talking. Let's see how he did it then, Megan. He's coming out of the chicane, so turn 14, and he just kicks it too much and spins round the rear tyre.
I could just see a Red Bull just slightly stopping.
Alex Albon.
Okay?
Yeah, that was Alex Albon who he caught up in front as well. He got caught, he sort of caught everything
Albon
up
was
as
just
well.
are you okay, or can I keep going?
The double yellows are out as well, so he couldn't do anything. But Martin Brundle's got an excellent view of that chicane. And I'm enjoying looking at this on this split. So we've got split screen on the desktop monitor. We've got split screen on the main television where we watch the coverage. So it's quite hard to see what's happening. But Alex Albon there just entering the last 2 corners now. He's just, it's his teammate in front. Albon goes second at 1:28.725. Verstappen is just behind him and doesn't improve on his lap time, stays top.
Do you know what I really want to happen? I want someone to make a mistake and go through that second track bit.
Oh, you missed it. It happened. Esteban Ocon earlier on mistakenly didn't think that was part of the track and went off the chicane. It happened earlier on in the session. We'll rewind it for you later as Esteban Ocon now comes into the pit lane as well, just in front of us. We're flowing, aren't we, today? This is everything we say. It appears on the monitor. It's like we've got a race control button to the director and he can tell us exactly what's happening. It's fantastic. But the third session here is underway and we've got 40 minutes of the session to go. as well, and it is non-stop action because we lost so much running yesterday. They only get an hour today, and this has become a 2-day format. Quite what we're going to trial at Imola in a couple of weeks' time at the end of October, where we'll have a 90-minute practice session in the morning, followed by the usual qualifying the race. But we're all together for that one as well, because it's a Saturday. So that'll be the first time this year since the British Grand Prix that we're all together in the commentary box.
Yeah.
I think it was anyway. Maybe, yeah, I think it was. So, yeah, the Italian third race of the year, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Alongside me in the commentary box, the practice session will be me here, Ian Burch here, that's Dad, and Megan Burch will be over here in the third checkered flag. So it should be good. Should be good. Sainz on a lap time at the moment as well. He's going well as well in the first sector, personal best. He might not top Verstappen's time of the second sector of a 105.852, but he's looking quite impressive as he flashes by my favourite part of the track as you drop down the hill, and we've lost TV pictures.
Oh, for a minute I thought the TV just stopped working.
Give up on us.
I was just like, what's going on?
Well, I can tell you, we can still follow Carlos Sainz's lap thanks to the timing monitors below us, so I'll have to look down for a few minutes. But Carlos Sainz coming into the last two sectors now. He's into the last corner. Improves on lap time, but not position. A 1:30.004 for Carlos Sainz. Stays in 7th place, just behind Lando Norris. Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted to say something there. I thought you were going to say something. Green flags out at the moment. Max Verstappen topping the timesheets. Let's go through the order. 1:28.684. Albon a 1:28.725. Ocon a 1:28.912. Perez a 1:29.075. Ricciardo 1:29.273. Norris a 1:29.402. 1:30.004 for Carlos Sainz. Bottas 8th a 1:39.36. Kvyat 9th a 1:31.608. And Leclerc rounds out the top 10 a 1:31.738. Hamilton outside in P11 at the moment on a 1:31.936. Gasly a 1:32.072. Raikkonen 13th, a 1:33.243. Russell then below 14th, a 1:33.246. Vettel 15th, a 1:33.263. Latifi 16th, 1:33.899. Grosjean 17th, a 1:34.101. Giovinazzi 18th, a 1:34.239. Magnussen 19th, a 1:39.492, and Stroll, with no times on the board and will not take part in this session, is down in 20th place. Not a bad session so far. We've had a lot of action and we're only about halfway through.
Yeah.
So we're going to see something interesting later on.
Okay.
Qualifying later, Megan, who's your prediction for pole position? I know it's a wild angle because we've got no data to really do it, but who do you think might take pole? Megan's now studying the graphics.
I'm just a hood now.
Yeah, you're just a hood. Hang on. I
I
can't move it because your earphones are on. There we go. It's Donna Noble.
I'm a hood.
Megan's just a hood now. She's not really here anymore. She's gone.
Oh my god, I'm Palpatine.
Oh, yeah, you are. Just don't execute Order 66, whatever you do. That'll be the end of the...
How about Order 44 where Hamilton wins?
Well, if he wins,
77.
if Hamilton wins this weekend, it'll equal Michael Schumacher's 91 race victory, which is something.
Then execute Order 44.
Yeah, that's something. Well, execute all to 91. To be fair, that might do it. But we're going to be talking about that all throughout the weekend as well, and especially in tomorrow's race. But it could be that Hamilton gets another penalty like he did in Russia. What's your opinion on that, anyway, from Russia? You're getting that penalty for the false practice starts.
I think it was an accident.
Yeah. I think that was everybody's takeaway from that.
Also, I think Red Bulls are going to win qualifying, maybe.
Red Bull for quali.
Yeah, I'm just guessing right now.
Last winners here, Max, 2013. Sebastian Vettel won his home Grand Prix in the Red Bull.
You know, I had the weirdest night last night.
Well, why?
Because I kept waking up.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
Yeah, I fell asleep at 11. And then I woke up at 2. And then 3. And then 4. And then 5. And then 6. And then I just finally gave up going back to sleep at 7.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
We're back with TV pictures in front of us, which is great news. More cars coming out of the pit. Well, the camera angle we come back to is a bit wobbly, but this is one of the Ferraris. I think it's Sebastian Vettel. It could be Charles Leclerc. I think it is Sebastian Vettel coming to do a practice start. Tyre changes for Red Bull. Off come the medium tyres. The last event as well was the C5, C4, C3 compound. That was at the Russian Grand Prix this weekend. Step softer. C4 for the softs, medium C3, hard is the C2 tyre compound, which is surprising me because Nurburgring is an aggressive circuit. I'm surprised we haven't gone for the hardest.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, go for the soft. Just like, no. Wait, what?
Yeah, what's going to happen in qualifying the race as well? Well, I tell you what, the race might be intermediate tyres. If it looks to be a wet race tomorrow.
I can just imagine their teams. It's like, right, so you're going to a really tough track. We're going to put you on the softs of the mediums. Just like the driver, just like, when did the hards not exist?
I know. Tomorrow's weather conditions, as I have a look at my map, rain towards the start of the race, 11 o'clock onwards. So we might have a rain-affected race, and the fog might actually come back. It wasn't the rain that cancelled us yesterday. It was the fog with the medical helicopter not being able to take off. So we've got to hope for a clear day like today. But in the Eifel Mountains, the weather forecast, you may as well just throw your phone out the window.
I'm hoping it snows.
It's not likely to snow.
Snow!
The fog, maybe, is unlikely to snow.
I want it to snow.
We'll get the race called off.
Snow halfway through.
Red flag race over. 75% distance to me, 4 points.
Snow 4/5 of the way through.
That'll do. That's 75% distance, but you just had to find a different way to say it, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you did. On board with Lewis Hamilton as he comes downhill to turn 5, the slightly banked part of the track where you can carry most of the speed that you need downhill. Impressive record. First in Spain, first in Belgium, 7th in Italy, first in Mugello, 3rd in Russia. We need to talk about DAS too. Okay, copy. So Hamilton on the radio saying that we need to talk about the DAS system, which is what you use, you pull the steering wheel inwards, as he's doing now, look, to try and warm the front tyres up a little bit so you get more grip turning in. And Megan, pre-season testing, we were all talking about DAS and how it was an innovation, but we couldn't see where it would be used on the calendar.
Apparently turning.
Yes, but also here, the coldest race of the year. Track temperature is just 15 degrees now. Air temperature is still at 8. The coldest race of the year so far. This is where we use it.
Yeah, but will it cause problems? I can see something happening with, like, going off. What happens if they go off track while they're doing that?
Yeah, if the
Then they're
steering
just
wheel's a bit out of position. Yeah.
They're just asking to have trouble with it.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out the gravel traps around this circuit as well. Hamilton's coming to the pit lane now, so he's going to change tyres.
It's luckily, it's not like Tuscany with like how thin
the track is.
Yeah. And also the gravel. It's quite fine. The gravel in Tuscany as well as.
Well, that's designed for the MotoGP lot. Here, it's
Exactly.
racing. It's don't think bikes actually race at this circuit at all at the moment.
Exactly. So I think if it was finer, then
They all race at the Satcherdring.
it might be a bit better because it won't block up everything a bit more.
Yeah, but as Dad said yesterday, if it does rain tomorrow, then the gravel's just going to be. It's just going to be so bedded down.
Mulch.
You're just going to skate. No, you're going to skate over it.
Right. Be like ice.
It will be, yeah. As Hamilton's already had ice down in turn 1. I think that was your instance of DAS, Megan. Hamilton was using DAS down towards turn 1 because it's a downhill section braking zone. When he went to put the DAS back, the track was at a different position and he locked up and went straight on. That's why we're seeing Hamilton locking up so much. He's using DAS down to turn 1 and it's sending him off the track.
He's becoming too reliant on it.
That's just to warm the tyres, though. He shouldn't be doing that on a fast lap, to be fair. I thought they said that he wasn't allowed to do that on a
You're
fast
only allowed
lap.
to do that on race days.
Yeah, you're not allowed to change the camber of the car on a qualifying lap or during the race.
It's all got to be equal.
Yes, it all has to be equal. That's why they've got rid of party modes as well. So the higher engine modes have gone. You're only allowed to have one engine mode for qualifying in the race, which also means that teams today have got to decide in this third session exactly what tyres they're going to put on going forward. What engine modes they've got to put on going forward for the remainder of the weekend. And they've only got one practice session, really, to decide what they want to use it for. As the two Haas cars of Magnussen and Grosjean nearly come together outside the pit lane. That was synchronised. There's a lot of work going on the front brakes there for Daniel Ricciardo as he's off to McLaren.
Synchronised driving.
Synchronised driving for the Haas cars, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Do you know, I've always wanted that to be an Olympic sport.
What, synchronised driving?
Yeah, just
Olympics?
driving.
I just wanted a motorsport Olympics. Oh, wait a minute, there is one.
I know,
The
right?
Motorsport Games.
They should be included in the actual Olympics?
Olympics is more about physical. Yes.
They're physical.
Yes, but not in a different way.
If there was a vote, I would say yes to it.
Put driving in, yes, but
Yeah.
put something else on. In that case, you're going to add motorbikes as well.
No, I'm fine with that.
And rally cars.
Yeah.
All right. Megan just wants everything, it seems, at the moment.
It would make the Olympics more interesting.
I was thinking what you were going on there, to be fair. I wasn't quite sure, but now I am. Megan clinically insane she's nodding, with the idea of having a motorsport in the actual Olympics and not a separate category for it. Like a world championship.
I still want the Olympics.
Bernie Eccleston Mark II in the commentary box with us all weekend now. She rejoins us now for third practice, and we should be back for qualifying and the race as well. That's going to be fun.
Yay.
Send cookies.
Oh, I love cookies.
Actually, I mean that. Send cookies. I want cookies. As well. Esteban Ocon into the last
Let's
corner.
buy cookies.
Yes. Just snack them in the box.
Or make them.
Esteban Ocon into the last corner then. What's his time coming at the board? It's fastest of all.
Oh.
All right.
Grosjean's just complimenting the track.
It's a beautiful track, mate. Nice. Well, Grosjean had a podium here in 2013.
He's thinking, if I compliment the track, well, will it be nice to me?
I don't think that's how it works. But I'd just like to point
I would
out,
try it.
we have a new track record, ladies and gentlemen. Esteban Ocon, a 1:27.634. He is a new track record around this circuit. It won't last long, but Renault and Esteban Ocon have got a track record, and they've broken Michael Schumacher's long-standing 1:29.468 that was in 2004.
Wait, so he can basically hold that title now?
And for about another 27 minutes until qualifying.
I never he'll go down in the books for it.
As a track record holder, yes. He will. Yes,
That must be so nice.
Yeah. He'll go down as one of the old track record holders because it's about to be beaten. Carlos Sainz goes second on 1:27.983. He too is beating Schumacher's lap time, but Ocon did it first. Raikkonen fifth on 1:28.981. They've all put the soft tyres on now, the C4s, and they're all exploding with lap times as well.
C4 exploding.
Yes, you didn't have to point that one out, did you? I had time now. Giovinazzi goes to 9th place at 1:29.308. Magnussen is 17th. Grosjean now goes to 6th place, 1:29.002. Magnussen on his first lap, I think he was just towing around Grosjean there, so he lost out at 1:33.072. Lando Norris is about to become a lap record holder as he's 2.5 tenths up on Esteban Ocon's time at the moment, so it's all beginning to get quite serious now. What do you think?
How did it take that long for someone to beat Michael Schumacher when three people are about to do this?
Well, from 2004, we only raced here 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, and 13. So it's been 7 years, effectively. Oh, and that's going to affect the lap time. He still does it. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. So Lando Norris had 2 tenths, but out of the last corner, got a wheel on the gravel trap and just scooted across the line. But he goes fastest by 3 thousandths of a second, a 1:27.631. He's the new lap record holder. But this is how it happened, Megan.
That must be bitter.
This is how he did it, Megan. Just coming out of the last corner, gets the oversteer, and runs across the track. Easy to do?
Yeah.
You've done that several times.
I just don't break.
You haven't actually done this track on Gran Turismo or Assetto Corsa.
No.
You need to give it a few laps. Oh, this might be a red flag because he's just put gravel all over the racing line of the last corner, and that's not going to be good for the tyres. So this
It's like no one else is going to beat my record.
And they're all going through it as well. Magnussen going through it, Russell going through it. Magnussen goes 11th on 1:29.565, but they might stop the session or at least put out the virtual safety car in order to clear up the track because the gravel is on the racing line, a bit like Monza. So we might just have a little bit of a delay here as Russell's on the lap time. George Russell looking good. He was the only one of the drivers yesterday to give us content, as in he walked out into the pit lane as well and did some things with Nicholas Latifi. He also did an Instagram Live. I know that all the others of the Twitch group, Leclerc, Norris, Albon were also all doing things as well. But Russell was the only one that we saw on the world feed pictures. And it all gave us delight and something to talk about as well yesterday. Well, I say all of us, not her. She was just presenting, and she now looked like a severed head as well. You look like that girl in the Rover. No, you look like that girl in the Fiat adverts with the 3-seater car, where it's got the mum in the driver's seat, the dad in the passenger seat, just the little girl in the middle. She's got a severed head on top of the dashboard. So yeah, that's not scary at all. It's also that you also look very white in this TV picture.
Yeah, I'm always as pale as a ghost.
Yellow flag out of the sector at some point. George Russell. Oh, that's why Russell's off. And he's going to go into the wall. He's just going to skate across the grass. How did he get away with that one?
Oh, his tyres are messed up.
Russell!
There's a mud all over them.
Russell across the grass at the exit of turn 14, and he was only inches from the barrier, but somehow he's able to get back on. It's wet grass, of course, Megan. So he was just going to aquaplane off completely.
So muddy.
Dry tyres, you're right, mud. And George Russell, a very lucky boy there, comes out the last corner, gets his rear tyre on the curb, touches the wet grass, and then it's an ice rink straight across. That was so lucky not to put it in the wall.
They should have that in the Olympics.
Oh, what? Tyre skating.
Yeah!
That was so close to contact with the wall. Russell, very lucky. He just slid off completely to the left of the track, almost towards the barrier. He's back on now, but that was so close to contact for George Russell into the barrier. As Martin Brundle back up. Danny Ricciardo, 1:27.392, new track record holder, takes it away. But it's Renault engines, 1, 2, 3, 4. Renault, McLaren, Renault, and it's Renault, McLaren, Renault. No, it's Ferrari now, move up the order. Leclerc goes fourth, 1:27.783. I must also just say before we forget, happy 97th birthday to the legendary Murray Walker, who celebrates his birthday today. It should be really Sir Murray Walker, but we'll just have to keep waiting for that one. But yes, happy birthday, Murray. Hopefully you're enjoying this weekend's Nurburgring race as we get going for qualifying. So happy birthday to you. As Sebastian Vettel into turn 1, she's gone 6th fastest on the time, a 1:28.270. So all going well so far. With just 22 minutes of the session remaining, there's Nobby Vettel. Norbert Vettel, called Nobby, in the paddock. There he is. Look, father of Sebastian Vettel. Comes to selected races a year, and he's come to the German Grand Prix, of course. Yeah. This, of course, the first time that we've had German Grand Prix 3 years in a row since 2007. When we had it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, and they've alternated again. It's now Hockenheim, Nurburgring. And the Nurburgring actually want to alternate with Hockenheim again. So next year, I believe the Hockenheim race is back, followed by the Nurburgring the year after. So it's brilliant news that the German Grand Prix might be returning to the calendar fully, which is just brilliant news.
Better.
Well, the Eifel Grand Prix here was actually supposed to be called the German Grand Prix, but Hockenheim owned the title. So, and they couldn't get it in time. So this race is called the Eifel Grand Prix in Germany because we're in the Eifel Mountains. It's confusing. It's the 4th name the Nürburgring has ever had. It hosted the European Grand Prix in 1984, the German Grand Prix from 1985 onwards, and then hosted the Luxembourg Grand Prix.
Luxembourg.
Yes, he hosted the Luxembourg Grand Prix in 1997 and 1998, and then hosted the European Grand Prix again from 1999 until 2007, and then it hosted the German Grand Prix from 2009 until 2013, and now it's hosted the Eifel Grand Prix this year. So
was the Eiffel Tower named after these mountains?
No, I doubt it. It's spelt differently as well. Only one F, and the E is before the L.
I don't think I know how to spell Eiffel Tower.
It's different. It's a different spelling. But yeah, this is the Eifel Grand Prix for the Eifel Mountains, and it's the 4th different name this track has ever had as a race. I'm just waiting until they call it something ridiculous like the French Grand Prix. Do you know what's actually weird? I had it on my phone yesterday, and I'm gonna get it up as well because I want to talk about it.
Next thing it'll be the Belgian Grand Prix.
Here it is, look. There's a restaurant here at the Nürburgring where it gives you directions to all the other tracks that's near it. Now, the Nürburgring is in Germany. Hockenheim, the other German Grand Prix, is 220 kilometres away from the Nürburgring. However, Spa, for the Belgian Grand Prix, is 121 kilometres away from the Nurburgring. So by that maths, this should actually be called the Belgian Grand Prix instead of the German Grand Prix. Dispute that. It's not a lie either. I'll put it up to the camera so you can see. There you are. You can see it as well as I can. Hockenheim, 220. Spa, 121. That's not even a lie. So the Spa is closer to the Nurburgring than the Nurburgring is to Hockenheim, but they both host the German Grand Prix. You can't write it. And there was an amazing fact that came up last night over dinner where I saw that image. I was like, wow, I'm getting that in the broadcast somewhere. But Silverstone as well, 756 kilometres away.
Not that far away from Monza with 788.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, you can either choose one or the other. Different directions, though. Kailami in South Africa, because I know we have quite a lot of South African viewers, 8,754 kilometres away. Suzuka, where we should have supposed to have been today for the Japanese Grand Prix, 9,365 kilometres away. So we've moved completely across the world in order to have a different Grand Prix because we can't go to Japan this year. So this weekend was supposed to be the Japanese Grand Prix, but it becomes the Eiffel Grand Prix. But there's a stat for you.
Okay.
Yeah, just something to fill the time with. I thought, wow, I've got to mention that on the podcast somewhere. Lewis Hamilton into the last corner. We're riding on board with him as well in split screen vision. Down towards the control line now and goes second. A 1:27.189, but it's Verstappen with the new fastest lap on a 1:27.071. And Leclerc crosses the line, stays 7th at the moment. Albon looking good. Oh, Albon 5th. 1:27.481. That was a great time, Meg. The time's coming down now, thick and fast. And the good thing is we've had constant action in this third practice.
Yeah, we have, compared to the ones you and Dad commentated on alone. You know, you just lead me in the box. I mean, I'm just like a cursor for my one races. Yeah,
but at this point we're having great races.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, the last one you commentated on was the Tuscan Grand Prix, which is also live on YouTube as well. Two red flags, 3 safety cars, 4 starts, 3 standing starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long day, 3 hours of commentating. And Nurburgring could be quite a fill tomorrow as well.
Do you know, I was so close to cursing Brendan Hartley in Le Mans.
Yeah, you walked into the commentary box and the car had a problem.
Yeah. Literally, the second I walked in the commentary box, it was just like, oh no, something's wrong with his brakes.
Yeah, brake failure. And
I was just like...
He won, though. He won.
I know, it's because I stayed out of
the number 8 car. The number 8 car with Kamui Kobayashi and Sebastian Buemi, along with Brendan Hartley.
Have you ever known a person to curse a person so
Oh, no,
much?
it might be Kazuki Nakajima in the number 8 car. Unless it was Kobayashi. No, I think it was... No, I'm convinced it's Nakajima. Over to you.
Have you ever known a person to curse a person
that much? No. You literally walk in the commentary box and something happens to him.
Yeah, I literally just... I think about it was 2-3 years ago. I just walked into the back and then he crashed and I just walked out with throwing my hands through the air, just like, why?
Yeah. Megan is no longer allowed to commentate on anything Brendan Hartley is in.
No. I'm kind of glad he left Formula 1 for that reason.
Bottas goes top. 1:26.968. So we're even below what I said at the top of the hour, which we could see the times reduced to a 1:27. The times now come down to a 1:26.968. So we could be seeing, 1:25s for qualifying 3?
Maybe.
That's 4 seconds faster than the V10s.
Is there anything similar to what I've done?
Murray Walker always used to talk about drivers and they used to have accidents. Murray did it.
Yeah, but it's just me walking into a place and he...
No, nothing like that. Brendan, if you're watching, she's the reason.
I don't mean to. That's why I just stay out of your way for now.
You're off the Christmas card list.
So I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. It's something that we've got to find out to see who actually curse with your gypsy magic. The hair like that as well. You've got to host the end of this session, by the way. I hope you're paying attention to what's happening. You've got to host it. It's only going to be about 30 seconds outro.
Yeah, it's going to be last about...
Oh, look, I've got your little times here, look, for what you can say.
Yeah.
You just read off that.
I'm just going to say bye.
Oh, thanks. You're going to be good, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll be back hosting for qualifying and the race as well, and all future shows this weekend. Megan just doing the 3 practice sessions to help out. And plus you were later here anyway.
Yeah, I'm never on time.
No, you never are. Long break at the moment on the Sky Sports F1 channel, so we haven't got any pictures in the commentary box. We've only got our laptop devices showing us the live timings, which is extremely annoying because nobody's setting times because everyone, as you guessed it, is in the pit lane. Oh, they've been out for track. They've only got 14 minutes left, so they better get out soon to get their quality runs in.
Do you know, I don't think I've ever been that punctual in my life to ever go to a place and be perfectly
Hamilton's
on time.
off! Hamilton off at turn 14. We just come back to live action. He's cut across that chicane again. So Hamilton still finding problems in the braking zone at turn 13, 14.
Yeah, I'm either early or I'm late. And it's, to be honest, that's been the same way since I was born because I was early.
And I think there's some breaking news going on with Lance Stroll. Unwell. Sorry,
What?
2 seconds. This is the breaking news. Unwell, Lance Stroll misses FP3, and Racing Point says his condition will be assessed before qualifying. So this is breaking news that I've just got from the FIA as well, in the press release that we get. Unwell, so Lance Stroll, Racing Point just has. I'm going to start that again because this is live. Racing Point just one car in the final practice session for the Eiffel Grand Prix on Saturday morning, as Lance Stroll is not 100% well, he said. The Canadian, like all his rivals, didn't turn away on Friday, cancelled because of foggy conditions, but let's scroll down to see why. The team say Lance Stroll is not feeling 100% this morning and will therefore not participate in FP3. His conditions will be assessed after the session to evaluate whether he is fit to drive, at which point the team will confirm plans for qualifying. So, Nico Hülkenberg is set to be at the Nurburgring for broadcasting duties on Saturday, providing his PCR COVID-19 test returns a negative result. So, Nico Hülkenberg could be in the car for qualifying if Stroll is still unwell or, God forbid, tests positive for COVID.
Let's hope it's just the cold weather messing him up.
Lance Stroll is having a COVID test right now, we are understanding as well. The rules dictate that Hülkenberg would be allowed to replace Stroll at this late stage and drive the car for the first time in qualifying, considering that qualifying, his official title is qualifying practice. So Hülkenberg will have to go right into the deep end, but he has driven the car before this year, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
But Hülkenberg might be in this weekend's Grand Prix after all, as Lance Stroll is unwell going forward. Just that to happen, because then it'll bugger up all our VTs that we've got and all the grids. Wow. So Nico Hülkenberg could be in for Lance Stroll. If you're just joining us, this is breaking news happening right now at the Eiffel Grand Prix during the third practice session. Lance Stroll has been taken unwell. He's not driving in free practice 3. He's currently having a COVID-19 test, and the team is assessing the situation. But if Lance Stroll is tested negative but is still unwell, or even if he tests positive, if Lance Stroll basically is unable to drive the car, Nico Hülkenberg is always at the track this year because he's commentating for German channel RTL. So he will be at the circuit and he will drive for the team going forward. So we'll keep an eye on that and we'll bring you the breaking news as it happens. We are live all weekend here on YouTube to bring you all of the action. But Megan, this is absolutely shocking.
Yeah, let's hope it's just the cold weather that's messing him up.
Oh, let's hope he's in the session as well. But
let's just hope he has a cold.
Yes, but it might be good actually for Nico Hülkenberg to get his championship back on because he's currently got 6 points on the board after last time. We've just got a little issue here at the moment. This isn't our computer error as well. We're just saying our TV monitor in the commentary box has decided to go belly up.
What do we do?
Our television in the commentary. Tell you what, Megan, could you please go and get me a remote control? Thank you to Megan, who's off to get me a remote control, as our television that broadcasts to YouTube has decided to say shutdown warning. It's not the computer that's shutting down, but it's the, it's the TV monitor That is not looking great. Nico Hülkenberg, I believe on his Twitter, on his Instagram account, has just posted a picture that he's at the circuit. I want to see this. And there he is. Okay, so we see at the moment the race director, Otmar Safnar, the team principal of Racing Point, on the phone, going into Racing Point now. So they're just trying to see what's going on. So we'll have to wait and wonder and see what's happening. But is Nico Hülkenberg going to be taking part in this race? I can't wait to see. I'm having a look of Nico Hülkenberg. Can't actually see him at the moment. So, well, breaking news. This is why it's taking so long. Megan's walked into the back of the box now with the remote control. Thank you very much, Megan. There we are. All back to normal. Good running. That was quick, considering how far the TV compound is for our commentary box. So that was quick, considering how far the TV compound is.
I'm actually good at running.
Well done.
I don't like to do it.
Yeah, I know, because you walked here from the back of the commentary box. So well done for that. So we're back up and running. But yes, Megan, Lance Stroll, breaking news. What's going to happen? We just saw Otmar Safnar on the phone to somebody walking into the Racing Point hospitality. I don't think Lance Stroll's going to race, personally. If he's that unwell and he's already his practice, it's doubtful he's going to be ready for this afternoon.
Yeah.
So they might. I'll let you get a second. But this is an interesting situation. We're going to keep across it. My Twitter notifications are beaming up left, right, and centre as we're all getting notifications exactly what's going to happen. So we'll bring you right up to date with everything as it happens here at the Eiffel Grand Prix. 8 minutes left. Valtteri Bottas about to set the fastest time of the session again. Hit 1:26.968 is his fastest time at the moment. He does a 1:26.225, 7/10 faster. That's even unbelievable at the moment. Otmar Safnar asked on the F1 World feed if there's any news about Hülkenberg. No news yet, but he will come. Otmar Safnar says he's on his way. So he's on his way. Hülkenberg's on his way down from the track. And this,
good.
For those of you who don't know, this is where Hülkenberg last got the call to fill in at the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. He was eating a pastry in Germany. And now he's at the racetrack broadcasting this weekend.
He's just like,
Yeah, what? Again? Okay, we have a new one. Update. Lance Stroll is not feeling 100% this morning and will therefore not participate in FP3. His condition will be assessed after the session to evaluate whether he is fit to drive, at which point the team will confirm plans for qualifying as well. So we are keeping an update on Racing Point as well. That was tweeted 13 minutes ago, according to my monitor as well. So I wonder why this hasn't come down that quickly to us in the commentary box for the news. So we'll keep an eye out, and hopefully you're enjoying this one as well as we are for this Grand Prix, because everything's happening and everything's exploding. So qualifying on air at 1:45 UK time. Join us. It's going to be an eventful build-up, and I think the main story we'll be talking about, Megan, in the 5 minutes before we go on air will be this Hülkenberg and Stroll replacement as well. So, Hülkenberg might be back. Hülkenberg. Tom Walker has just said in the group chat on the YouTube, yes, Hülkenberg might be back in the sport as well. This is going to be some breaking news coming forward, isn't it? Raikkonen goes 10th at 1:27.956. He goes 10th fastest. This is what I like about being live to you, the viewers here on YouTube for the sessions. With breaking news happening, we can deliver it live. We don't have to wait for the shows later.
I just got my breath back.
Well done for running and getting the right controls. I think we'll leave that in here because I didn't expect that. That never happened yesterday.
No. Of course it'll happen when I'm in the box.
Yeah. Never happened yesterday. The television that we show the monitors on threatens to turn itself off. Yellow, third sector. Someone's off. What's happened? Oh, it's Nicholas Latifi spinning at the last corner of turn 15. He's reatized in the gravel trap, but as you said, Megan, he should be able to get back okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. This might have to be a red flag because now he's stopped. He never had enough turning angle. He's now stopped sort of perpendicular. He's gone straight across and he's now in the centre of the track at a blind last corner. This might have to trigger the virtual safety car. If not, this might trigger the red flag and he's stuck. He's got it in reverse gear. Has he got on? Yes. Without a...
That was close.
Yeah, I already said that. That's Ricciardo and one of the Mercedes of Hamilton coming back round as well. So that was very close to being contact. But there were double waved yellows, so the drivers were prepared to stop. Comes in, gets the oversteer, spins round. That was nothing he could do with that one, Megan. That was completely just down to track temperature. And as you said earlier on, the gravel trap not baked as much. So you can get in as well. Saying that, now I want baked cheese and onion crisps. We haven't had those in ages, and I love them.
I know. It was the one... I don't know why, the cheese and onion crisps at Walker's, like either baked or normal, is the only thing I would bring back I would eat crisps for, because I don't eat crisps anymore. Because
no, she doesn't. No.
It made me feel... I just...
Don't like them. You like them, but you just decided not to.
Yeah, because I was eating too much.
I, on the other hand, have taken up her slack.
Yeah, though it doesn't affect you as much as it did me. I noticed I was getting tired more.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of them. I do. But I do a lot more exercise, so I keep the weight off. And I've even started to lose weight. I'm not aggressive with it as well. Tell you how I am losing weight, though. This marvellous device in the background of the commentary box is helping a lot. Cycling. It really bugs me, actually, because I really wanted to get to a Grand Prix this year and cycle around one of the circuits. I would love to do Cadwell Park. That would be immense, especially with the uphill section as well. Although going downhill would be fun. Although not if you're Luke. He might crash.
No.
He might crash. Hi, Luke. I know you're watching as well. How's the leg? Is it okay?
You went over the handlebars. I'm still not sure how you did that.
I don't know either. This is on board with Latifi again. What's he doing? Into the last corner. Oh, this is just a replay of how he lost it.
I can just imagine. Oh, how did the bike wheel not hit you? I just realised.
Him? Yeah. I think it did. I only looked back and saw the very end of it. I know somebody who does know all of it and said that it was a horrific accident. So, yeah, we're just having a look at the moment. No idea. Oh, that's Hamilton and Ocon nearly whacking into the side of Latifi from a few minutes ago. We are literally currently... one of the perks of being in the media centre with seasoned travellers is swapping notes about airlines policies with COVID-19 cancellations. That's just from Adita Renken at the moment. But we are literally scanning so much at the moment to see what is happening. Hulkenberg, distractions aside, Norris has surged up to third place. So he has. You're right. Yeah, Norris is third. Great job for him.
I've only just realised it's only 2.5 minutes to go.
I know, this hour's flown by with so much to do. We haven't even had a red flag, so qualifying will be fun.
Yeah, it will.
I'm literally looking so much.
Norris is fourth now. Because Leclerc's second.
I found it. Hulkenberg is at the Nurburgring in a Porsche. There you are, on his Instagram channel. So Hulkenberg is here. Hulkenberg is here. So... he's on his way because he's in the commentary box. That's the thing. He's in the commentary box for RTL, who are host broadcasters this weekend. 2 minutes to go. But he's in the commentary box for RTL.
Most drivers do become commentators.
Yes, they do. But yeah, he's in the commentary box for RTL. So he's actually got to go from the paddock down to the Racing Point garage. It shouldn't be that long because we're not in the actual commentary boxes anymore. Because you can't be in them for COVID reasons. You can't cross the track, leave the paddock, go into the grandstand where all the fans are. So the normal commentary boxes we use aren't being used, which is why we're stuck here in the UK studio, because we should have been at a few Grand Prix this year. Hamilton goes second at 1:26.361, so it's Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3! Ferrari 3! Leclerc 1:26.681, Ferrari third! Ferrari third! Ferrari third! Oh, we've got Vettel fifth now. Yes.
Are they making a comeback? Was that horseshoe really lucky that it made them do this?
Fastest third sectors. I'll tell you what, though. I think we've just twisted our dials back a little bit. What's happened? Ferrari are suddenly competitive. And they're beating Verstappen.
It's because it's a home Grand Prix.
Well, for Vettel, yeah. Not for Ferrari.
Yeah, for Vettel. He's just like, right, we need to get ourselves in gear.
I was wondering what you were going to say there.
I forgot how to say our.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that word?
Leclerc third at the moment. Great sectors all the way down to 1:26.681. So maybe we might see Ferrari not out in qualifying one for the first time in quite a long while. And they're side by side as Lando Norris up the inside. Leclerc going to try going around the outside into the hairpin. And he's going to swap back on him as well. And shuts the door on Lando Norris. But Leclerc's not on a lap time. Lando is with 8 seconds left of practice 3. Wow. Wow, this is, look at this. 3, 2, 1. And the checkered flag is out. And the session is over here for the 2020 Eiffel Grand Prix, the 3rd practice session, but the sole practice session to take part. Talk us through this, Megs.
Okay, so it was quite dangerous because he went really near the curve, and then it's like it was really close, and we had to literally avoid each other with not getting contact because it's like they went like this.
Whose fault would you say that was?
Probably both of them, actually, because they both knew each other were coming, and they just went really close to each other. I think it was just both of their faults there.
So it's Bottas from Hamilton from Leclerc. So that's not bad, is it? And are you ready for this new graphic? You ready? Hey!
Yay.
There's your FP3 top 3 as the session is over. It's Hamilton. Sorry, I'm going to say that again. It's right there. I'm not paying attention. FP3, Bottas from Hamilton, from Leclerc. That is a great top 3. And it's not Verstappen. We haven't. The one practice session seems to have done something to us because we've got Ferrari back. Breaking news at the moment. Still nothing from Racing Point. We will keep an eye out. We are keeping eyes out. Left, right and centre. Charles Leclerc 3rd, Megan. 4 tenths off as well. This is going well, isn't it?
It is.
Hulkenberg is now trending on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. He is literally trending on Twitter. And Hulkenberg is running as well. And yeah, so we are waiting now to see exactly what's going to happen. I can't wait for the season to begin. Oh, I can't wait for qualifying because this is going to be so crazy. What is going to happen? So we'll keep you across all of the action. We'll just wait on here for a few minutes and Megan will have to stand up to exit the session. Sorry, darling, you've got to stand up. Come on, you've only got to end the session sooner or later. Not yet. We're not finished yet. We're still in the talking phase of the session.
Why?
I'll dip out the way over here, control the monitor, and you can...
No.
You can... I've got to control the feed, so you've got to say goodbye. But we'll go through the order quickly here on a sunshiny Nurburgring. Oh, yeah, Johnny Nash died as well. Sunshiny day. You know, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Yeah,
what?
Died a couple of weeks. Yeah, died last week, didn't he? That's a shame. Dad mentioned it yesterday, actually, in FP2.
Did he?
Yeah. But I tell you what, for the two Mercedes, they can see clearly now the rain has gone and the fog is out of the way. We wait for news on Lance Stroll, though, at the moment. No time set on the board. Is that number 18 going to become the number 27 ahead of qualifying? We will update you as we go along. Megan?
The answer is yes.
Oh, you really think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I hope.
Okay, well, we'll go through the times and then I'll hand over to Megan to exit the session. Well, I exit stage left. Is this left for us? Is this right?
For us, it's left.
Yeah.
It.
Session result then.
Right.
It's Bottas top from Hamilton, from Leclerc. The top 3 here at the Eiffel Grand Prix practice session. Max Verstappen is 4th, Sebastian Vettel 5th, Lando Norris is 6th, Sergio Perez 7th, Daniel Ricciardo 8th, Alexander Albon is 9th, and Pierre Gasly rounds out the top 10. Dropping down the order as well, we will see Esteban Ocon 11th, Danny Kvyat 12th, Carlos Sainz 13th, 14th for Kimi Raikkonen, 15th for Romain Grosjean, 16th for Kevin Magnussen, 17th George Russell, 18th Antonio Giovinazzi, Nicholas Latifi is 19th, and no time on the board for Lance Stroll as we await the results. I'll hand over now to Megan.
Okay, and maybe a bit rusty at this because I don't think I've ever done this. Well, thank you for joining us in FP3. I think you'll join Joshua. I'm not sure if I'm doing it. Yeah, Joshua in Saturday practice review at 1:15, and then join us for qualifying practice live at 1:45. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.